idea of a time loop, so we must have... Paimon's memories say that we've already done...
Hey, it's you guys again.
She...
I see. Did you come back to buy something? I guarantee the freshness of my Huh? What brought this about? I hurried back from the forest yesterday...
To put it another way, if you really think about it, was yesterday truly yesterday? Did you actually come back from...
What kind of philosophical nonsense is... Didn't you know that no one dreams in Sumeru?
He actually... True. Anyway, if this all really were...
Oh! Was my divination so accurate that you felt compelled to compliment me in person? Ooh, I knew it! I told you, the god's divination is highly accurate. You just hadn't
You're really excited about this, huh? That's exactly why we came back. Help us...
help you better understand?
So, you're admitting that you don't have a clue?
Anyway, what kind of situation did you get into? Huh? Oh, what you just...
I knew you were...
Marvelous.
When you say it like...
I believe that the book only says...
So that's how it is. We haven't made any progress. Who else can we talk to? Paimon remembers that we tried talking to her a couple of times, but she always thinks we're playing pranks on her. You think she'll brush us off again? Yeah, if we tap into Dia's... At this time of day, Dia's probably just finished beating up those kidnappers. Let's go find her.
I'm fine, my lady. It's just a scratch.
Perfect timing.
Paimon, Traveler, you came at just the right time. Listen, there was a dangerous Huh? You saw? Then why didn't you jump in earlier? If someone was protecting Miss Dunyarzad, I could have went all out. Anyway, can you do something for...
You want the Traveler to take Dunyarzad somewhere to rest up while you check to see if there's still any kidnappers around. Did Paimon get that right?
How did you know what I was going to say?
We need to say something convincing.
People in Sumeru don't dream. Dia sold her greatsword to raise the moon, illusions, and my mind feels... Dia sold her
Tell her, Traveler!
I didn't tell anyone about that. Including...
All right, so this is the...
It's kinda hard to believe what you just told me. First, let me make something clear. Most of us desert dwellers might not be the...
She's quieter than usual. Uninterested in anything and really gloomy.
Yeah, she isn't the same as before, but... Her parents said that this is how she was like at first.
Huh? At first?
I don't quite understand what you're all talking about. I'll go rest on...
My lady, are you angry? All right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt since you knew about my greatsword. Let's make this a quick trip. Miss Dunyarzad isn't completely safe here.
Time to go. Time to go.
Nahida, we brought a friend. Are you busy?
I thought I told you that it won't help to bring anyone here.
We just wanted her to see the real Dunyarzad's condition.
The real Dunyarzad? Where and who are you talking?
Huh?
I told you that you two are special.
Hold on. Over there. Is that?
Wow. How perceptive.
Miss Dunyarzad, she's lying down here, isn't she? How's she doing?
Her condition's really bad, and she's basically in a coma.
I can sense her aura.
Do you believe us now? The Sub-Zero's festival has been repeating itself. So, you think the sages are behind this?
Yeah, they've always been against us. Wouldn't surprise me if they're using the Akasha to intentionally repeat the Sub-Zero's festival as a sick joke.
You have a point. Aside from the Dendro Archon, maybe there's more to the Akasha than we know. Right! Didn't you awaken our memories using something that looked like a knowledge capsule?
The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people.
A gnosis could do that? No wonder the Akasha is so magical. It's being powered.
So, this Nahida you mentioned. What did she say?
She said,
Compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and grants knowledge to the people. Wait. I get the grants knowledge part. That's what people of all...
Did she mean that the sages enter new knowledge into the Akasha? Oh, yeah. That sounds about right. What do you...
What's happening right now seems to have happened before. My mind feels exhausted. That doesn't sound right. Okay, Nahida... People in Sumeru... What's happening right now?
You mean the Akasha is causing our mental fatigue? Huh. Now that I think about it, my head's been feeling unusually heavy. When the desert dwellers set off on their quest for knowledge, a sage once said, compiling the entire country's knowledge. You think the Akasha pulled a 180 and is extracting information from us? Who knows? The Akasha can put knowledge...
What's the point of doing something?
Just think about it. If you could combine the knowledge of every single person in Sumeru, this hive mind could make breakthroughs in problems that even the smartest genius...
An excellent deduction. And
In that case, we should take off our Akasha terminals right away. Maybe that'll solve this problem.
Yeah, I was only wearing this for show in the first place. Didn't expect the sages to cook up such a conspiracy. Mark my words, when this is over, I'm getting...
How does everyone feel? Huh? What is it? Oh, that! Paimon knows what you're talking about. It's a single soft beep that sounds like it's coming from the Akasha terminal.
The sound of a beep. Could it be a prompt tone for when the Akasha is operating?
That's probably an important clue. We weren't using our terminals, but we heard a beep anyway. Traveler, did you hear that?
I heard it too. Our ears aren't messing with us. There was definitely a... We took off our Akasha terminals.
Phase runtime has exceeded its expected length. At this rate, there may...
But we cannot...
Paimon remembers everything.
Good. You adapted quickly this time.
We definitely took off our Akasha terminals last night, but we still heard that beep. Why is that? But now we can at least confirm one thing. The Akasha definitely has something to do with whatever's trapping us in this cycle. Oh, Paimon doesn't get it. Why would the Akasha go
It's extremely difficult for lab rats in an experiment to understand why they're being treated the way they are.
If we're lab rats, then what are you? Nahida, you've never told us anything about yourself.
I guess I'm the moon.
The moon? Wasn't that the result of our divination?
Anyway, knowing who I am won't help you get closer to the truth. So you...
Okay then. Dia helped us a lot yet.
Ah, there you are. I've already taken care of those kidnappers. My lady, did you get hurt?
Dia?
What's wrong? Why are you both gawking at me like that?
You didn't get hurt
Huh? What do you mean this time? Why are you so surprised that I managed to get out unscathed? Those kids were amateurs. Shh! How did you know about my greatsword? I haven't told anyone about it. Please, don't tell Miss Dunyarzad.
So Dia's lost her memories after all.
Anything strange? You already know that I got a new greatsword. If I had to say something, it's weird how such a new weapon could feel so familiar. It's as if I've already...
You're saying that although you don't remember using it, your body feels like it does?
That's right. Both mercenaries and warriors heavily rely on muscle memory. Only knowing the theory of battle won't get you anywhere.
Traveler, what do you think? Yeah, Paimon's feeling really hopeful. Oh, you're right! Earlier in the Samsara, something like this would have never happened.
I have no clue what you two are talking about.
So you want us to take Dunyarzad somewhere else to rest?
How did you know what I was gonna say? Can you read minds?
Forget it. Go and do your thing. Whew. It's finally nighttime. Aside from Dia not getting injured, everything seems to have stayed the same. Listen, Nahida, we found out that Dia... Do you think the Samsara has been broken? Have we saved Dunyarzad?
Really? Good job on all that progress. Get some good sleep.
Hey, what kind of an answer is that?
Tomorrow will come. Everyone assumes this is common knowledge. How many todays? It's even possible that this entire world...
Okay, no more.
That's why it makes no sense. Get some good rest. You know, use the bathroom and flush your anxiety
Huh?
Huh? People always say they feel a sense of relief after they take a duk-duk. That...
It's so strange and so against common sense that Paimon's at a loss for... Yeah, even though it's happy and lively at the
Continue the harvest. Compared to what we stand to achieve, these sacrifices...
We're still in the same day! Nahida, you already knew last night that we didn't break out of the samsara? Why did you tell us?
Would there have been a point? You would have spent the night with new worries, with tomorrow still out of reach. In that case, you might as well rest within that brief moment of hope. An opportunity like that doesn't come by often.
Paimon thought the Duke did that!
Of course. In the time we've been together, you two have been everything to me.
Paimon's flattered and everything, but maybe you're taking things a little fast.
What I mean is, even though I had asked you to solve this puzzle, you two are still the only ones who can see me and sense my presence. In other words, if you weren't here, I may as well not exist. That's why you two have been everything to me. Get it?
Nahida's talking about confusing stuff.
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. So, Traveler, did the new clues yesterday...
Huh? Why are you scrapping your previous theory? Oh, yeah, you're right! Gosh, how did we not notice that? In a simple time loop, people's physical...
So, what's your new hypothesis?
The moon, illusions, and mercenaries rely heavily... The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations. Okay, Nahida said it. We've already experienced the Sub-Zero. That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right. If all our memories of a day are erased at the end of that day, that doesn't sound right. Mercenaries rely heavily on... If all our memories...
Oh! That's why when we wake up, everyone thinks the Sub-Zero's festival hasn't happened yet. It's already the next day, but muscle memory can't be erased.
A brilliant deduction.
Nahida, tell us if we're right or wrong.
To put it simply, it's as if you've mistaken a pyro crystal fly for a firefly in the night. You lost sight of its true nature because you focused too much on your perception that it glows.
That isn't simple at all!
Why don't you go talk to Miss Dia again? You might learn something new.
Right! She did help us find our latest clue after all. Let's go!
Time to go.
There you are. Really took me a while to find you.
As expected, Dia also didn't get hurt today.
Get hurt? Why would I? Don't underestimate me.
Well, you're still getting used to your new greatsword.
Huh. Truth be told, I also think it's pretty strange. It just suddenly felt so familiar in my hands and... wait a second! How did you know I got a new greatsword to begin with? I didn't tell anyone about it.
Traveler, could you explain the situation to her today? Oh, that works.
What happened to you guys while I was...
Don't think too hard about it. Just take what we're saying at face value.
All right then, let me get this straight. You're telling me that my body's already gotten used to this great sword, but my brain just doesn't remember it?
Yes, your memory's being erased every day.
Then I'd have to disagree. That's impossible.
Oh? Why do you think that?
If we've actually been reliving the Sub-Zeru's festival day after day, then what happened to the things we used, the money we spent, the food we ate? Common sense says my wallet should have emptied it.
Right. They could use the Akasha to record what everyone did that day, and then use the city's resources. It's not very likely, but it's also not impossible.
No, it is impossible. I've got proof.
You have proof? Where?
You two are surprisingly serious about this nonsensical discussion. Fine, I'll play along for a little longer. Come with me, Miss Dunyarzad. Please come along as well.
Paimon can't believe it's Dia who wants to show us something this time. 2 days ago, we were the ones taking her to see Dunyarzad.
Time to go.
This is it.
Huh? This is a wooden training dummy. What about it?
See those marks on the dummy? Those are the result of several days' worth of practice. Let's say the sages didn't replace it every day. Shouldn't it be hacked to pieces by now?
That's true, but what if they did?
Then the sages would have had to reproduce every mark I left during previous training sessions. I'm a professional fighter. My martial school has always emphasized the importance of refined control. The force, angle, and entry point of each strike is calculated and deliberate. That's why I remember every... It's just as they say. Each swordsman has their own unique style. And even the same swordsman can't make the same cut twice. It would be impossible to copy these marks.
Is it really impossible?
People often say that a camera's photo can never replace an artist's painting. The same thing applies here. At a mere glance, I can Whew! I hope that cleared things up for you. Hey, is this that new brain exercise game that's been super popular with... Anyway, it's getting late. I should escort Miss Dunyarzad to Nilu's stage. See you later.
Well, back to square one. Is there... But, yep, that's true. So, strange? Paimon feels like everything... Huh? Leaving the city? You're right! It's really strict. Paimon can't believe it! Did we... How about we go back and ask Nahida? Maybe we've forgotten something about leaving the city.
Early today. Did you find something new?
Sort of. We're mostly sure now that we're not in a time loop.
Leaving the city. As far as
We did? But we don't remember anything. What happened after we talked about those plans? What did we say when we got back?
Let me think. I don't think you ever actually told me what the outcome was. Oh, it's probably more accurate to say that both times you never came back the whole night. But you two sometimes stay out the entire night anyway.
It is true that sometimes we lose track.
Really? That's kinda strange.
Yep. Something here's definitely fishy. Let's get to the bottom of this tomorrow.
Traveler, aside from your memories that were just restored, I have another message. Listen to it and you'll understand.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zeru's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them.
Traveler, you should be missing 2 days worth of memories. It's time to carry out our plan from yesterday. Okay, let's go.
Time to go.
Why can't we leave the city? What is the Academia up to now?
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything. This is a direct order from the Grand Sage.
I have a real emergency. My goods have already arrived at...
That's your problem. Make sure you make a request and it...
But it's not like you can just predict business matters in advance.
It looks like the Academia already announced a lockdown. Let's go and question. Hello, sir. Why can't we leave the city?
Here we go again. Don't ask me. I don't know either. We just received an order that no one is allowed to enter or exit.
It looks like he really doesn't know. If we can't get any, this is a good spot. And the guard hasn't noticed us. Huh? What? But what if... Oh, okay. Promise Paimon that you'll come back as soon... And please... Please. Traveler! Paimon would never see you again! You just disappeared! Paimon waited for you for hours and hours at the city wall and you never came back! You promised Paimon that you were only taking a quick look.
Paimon, calm down. He's here now.
Paimon doesn't care! Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay! Paimon was so worried and so scared the entire day! Okay. Paimon will forgive you. The most important thing is that you didn't actually disappear.
Okay. Paimon, can you tell us your perspective of what really happened yesterday? I see. Using two people's different
After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you disappeared in an instant. No way! Paimon was watching you with the fullest attention.
What's your perspective, Traveler? You sure you don't have any memory of this? I guess that explains everything. You also lost your memories.
So, if we leave the city, our memories will be completely erased? It really sounds like something big outside of the city is being hidden. But this way, we'll also never discover what's outside. Something like a message?
Don't look at me like that. I'm not used to being... Well... Okay.
Yep, now we're...
I'm done. Here you go.
What? Isn't this just an Akasha terminal?
I made some little changes. Akasha terminals are already capable of sending messages.
To make something like this? Nahida, you really know the...
Yep. I'll help you save the messages. It should be pretty easy to use. I just can't get...
We'll never know until we try. Let's go then. Let's explore. All right. Okay. That covers everything that's happened so far.
Yes, although the signal was choppy and had...
Okay, now that you understand what's going on, let's hear the messages together.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zeru's festival in Sumeru City is just... I've entered another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and howling fish. Impossible and surreal. All these spaces are empty except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than people. I can't sense any human presence.
That's one heck of an info dump. It sounds like you left the Sumer... But everything looked completely normal when Paimon was looking out from the...
There's another part here. I only received it last night.
These spaces have been disappearing one after the other, absorbed by something like a sun. And now, even the final space has also disappeared. Behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now! Those spaces are actually...
Why did the message end right there?
Probably because yesterday just happened to end at that...
Oh, right. Paimon did hear a beep from the Akasha.
The message. It should have come from the
After the beep...
Traveler, what do you think that final space could have been?
All the bizarre spaces I saw. All the bizarre space... Was that space... My impression...
Oh, so that's what it is! After the sound of the beep, later on, Traveler also mentioned a bunch of new... Paimon's head is spinning! Just what are these space...
Well, consider this. For all the horror, so no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple...
Wow, the Archon War, huh? Hey, where are you going?
Time to go. Time to go.
Do you want some alone time to think? All right.
The dance of Sub-Zerus is about to begin. I'm going to go watch it.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead, Dunyarzad? We still have some other stuff to do first.
Okay then. See you later.
Have you figured it out yet, Traveler? Time is ticking away. Awesome! What is it? Paimon wants to know. Oh, wait, no. Let's meet up with Nahida first. You can tell us both to...
Time to go.
You're back. I've been waiting forever for you two. Judging by the looks on your faces, are you ready to take your Sub-Zero's exam and graduate from the festival? Okay. First off, have you discovered the hidden truth?
Okay, Nahida said the Akasha relies on the... Okay, Nahida... We've already... All the bizarre spaces I... Those spaces remind me of... All the bizarre spaces I saw. That doesn't sound right. That doesn't... Those spaces remind me... Those spaces The moon... The moon... People... We are all in a dream. That doesn't sound right.
People in Sumeru think they don't dream, but the truth is the Akasha steals their dreams without them knowing it. And those spaces with no human presence are stolen dreams without their host. That would explain why they sounded so weird when he was trying to describe them. Huh. So people in Sumeru do dream after all. In fact, we're all in one big dream together, right?
Correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the Akasha is capable of this? The Akasha relies on the power of It is the manifestation. It compiles the wisdom of the... And it grants knowledge to the people.
That doesn't sound right.
It compiles the wisdom of the...
That doesn't sound right.
Oh, okay. Those dream-controlling creatures in the forest also get their power from the Dendro Archon, right? That would explain why the Akasha has the ability to control people. But... is stealing everyone's dreams really how the Akasha compiles their wisdom? Isn't there anything more to it than that?
Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active when they're dreaming. In other words, dreams are rich bundles of human wisdom.
So, in other words, the complete opposite of how... Paimon remembers her saying that the sages think dreams are foolish delusions. And the real story is that the sages...
Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about the samsara?
The beep is a prompt. Those spaces kept disappearing. Those dreamscapes kept vanishing. The Grand Sage said, that doesn't sound right. My mind feels... That doesn't sound right. We've already experienced the... That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound... My mind feels exhausted. That doesn't sound right.
Correct. The Akasha is keeping each person's brain in a constant dream state, but also separating their consciousness from their own dream. Their disembodied consciousness is placed inside the collective dream of the Sub-Zero's festival along with everyone else's, while their now vacant dreams are harvested. No one is any the wiser as another day passes in the dream, And so begin. People wake up to yet another dream about the Sub-Zero's festival.
So, this is like a dream factory.
Very good, Paimon. Using analogies well is an excellent...
Okay, so that beep we keep hearing is actually from our real-life Akasha term.
Alright, last question.
They say that alchemical divination is the Dendro Archon's divine...
So you noticed. I thought that one would be the hardest question. That's why I put it last.
That wasn't hard at all. Even Paimon guessed that. Now that you mention it, Nahida, you've been hinting to us since the... It's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about...
Yes, those can wait until we're back in real life. On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions you have about here and now. You asked me this question. Now that you know this is all a dream, this answer should hopefully make more sense. Have you heard the saying, don't wake a sleepwalker? Your notion of reality and dream would be... That's why I could only give you very subtle hints and some suggestions. Firstly, this dreamer in... Secondly, you're probably wondering why people don't have any memory. That's because people don't remember their dreams, so whenever they wake up and...
That reminds Paimon. Traveler had a dream when we were in the Avidia Forest.
Yes. Only after receiving the blessing of Dendro can a person gain the Dendro element's dream-enhancing power. That explains the feelings of deja vu. Meanwhile, everyone else has no idea that they are in the
Can humans really keep dreaming forever like this? Will it ever end? And if so, when?
You might say your mental fatigue has already answered this question. Eventually, there's only so much that people can tolerate. Especially those whose health is compromised to begin with, like Dunyarzad.
People's lives are at stake here, and nobody knows a thing! We've got to put a stop to this!
I know, right? Why did they have to base this dream on my birthday? Could it really just be a coincidence?
Even you don't know the reason? Wow.
The Academia sages are determined to harvest lots of dreams in a short time, no matter the cost. They have to be... Traveler, do you have any information?
Those spaces remind me... That doesn't sound right. Okay, Nahida said... That doesn't sound right. The Grand Sage said...
Celebrate the birth of that god? Could it mean... deceiving the people of Sumeru with no regard for their safety. No matter what, after we end the Sub-Zero's festival, Samsara, we have to look into them.
How can the sages of the Academia do this behind their Archon's back? This is ridiculous!
In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone.
A sun and a moon? Nahida's talking in riddles again. Oh, we're out of time?
I'll tell you how to break free of the samsara tomorrow.
Good morning, Nahida. Wait. Now that Paimon remembers everything. Should we instead say good morning, Lesser Lord Kusanali? Hey! What's wrong, Nahida? You don't look...
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct.
Did Dunyarzad already disappear? No way! Are we too late?
The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
Paimon can't believe it. Wait, so what about that other Dunyarzad? Just what is she? Is she also going to disappear?
She's actually something like a puppet, but not completely. The real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer keep playing her role in this dream. So another Dunyarzad appeared to replace...
But personality-wise, she's nothing like the real Dunyarzad.
Puppets are stiff, and can't copy a living person's vitality. After all, they're just there as filler. You know, speaking of which...
The Dunyarzad truly believed that she met you within her consciousness.
Yes. Back then, her family was overly protective of her. No one cared about her personality or thoughts. It was as if she only lived to stall her Elazar. I just gave her a little wisdom so she could look at life in a new way. So that she could be her own person. But even so, she's still... far from it. I'm still a long way off from being a real Archon. I couldn't even save her. If I were a competent Archon,
Please don't beat yourself up over it, Nahida. It's the Sage's fault, and theirs alone.
I'm not beating myself up.
Don't be like that, Nahida. Even real Archons are still allowed to be sad.
To prevent more tragedies like this, we must end the samsara.
Great, but how do we do that?
Although the Sub-Zero's festival dream is under the Akasha's control, only he dream. Even the Akasha, that means this dream belongs to a whole...
Huh? So, how should we find that person?
Well, if this is someone's dream, then everything... Which means, with the power of imagination, they can change anything in this dream.
Imagination? What do you mean by that?
Imagination means breaking through what you perceive as normal. Like when a server at a tavern brings a plate to you, you'd naturally assume that food is on it. However, if you're the dream's host and you become aware that you're dreaming, when you imagine gold and more on the plate, the dream will respond in kind, and the server really will bring you gold and mora. But right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter how many times they're served, find some way to make that
How are we going to find them, though? If it could be anyone, it'd be like looking for it. And even if we did find them, how are we supposed to make them? After all, like you said, don't wake us sleep.
It's extremely difficult, yes. But the only ones who can do it are you two. As for me, during the...
Out of town? Are you going to that place full of dreams where the Traveler went?
Yes. I want to try something. There must still be a small wisp of possibility. Hurry and go. Dreams are supposed to be fantastical, romantic, and full of pleasant surprises.
Paimon's still a little upset that we've come this far, only for Dunya. She was such a good person, with such a simple wish. Yeah, saving Dunyarzad is what kept us going this whole time. But we mustn't lose hope, Traveler. Dunyarzad would definitely want to see us save everyone else. So let's break the samsara for her sake. Paimon's wondering, do you think the sages would get one of their own to be the host of this? Huh. That's true. Plus, the sages probably... So, who do you think the host of the dream is? Oh, that would make sense. Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, is... Let's go ask him some questions, shall we?
Time to go.
You're back. You left in a hurry last time. Is
Everything's fine. Just, it's a little hard to explain. Would you mind taking part in a little experiment with us?
An experiment? That came out of nowhere. I'm listening, though. What do you need me to do?
Wish?
You want me to make a wish? Is that a new Sub-Zero's festival tradition or something?
Less questions! More wishing!
Okay, my wish. Okay. I'm a little nervous saying this out loud, but I want Miss Dunyarzad to be happy.
Oh.
I noticed earlier that she looked a bit down, and she wasn't really talking to anyone. She just doesn't seem like herself. She's always so gentle and kind, and all the kids love her. I've also wondered if the reason she asked me to be Fairest Knight of Flowers is because I'm special to her, or something.
So, you have a crush on Dunyarzad?
When she placed the hat of the Knight of Flowers onto my head, she said to me, I want everyone to have a happy Sub-Zero's festival. What she didn't realize was that I'm not that interested in how everyone else feels. Okay, yeah, that was a bit much. Felt like the right moment to get it off my chest, but that was pretty... Okay, I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Please come true.
I'm gonna open my eyes. Oh, you're...
What?
Fucky? Sorry. Nice try, you two. Anyway, never mind. I don't need to see her appear right in front of me. As long as...
Guess he isn't the host of this dream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy. It seems like everyone who knows...
My lady.
That sounds like Dia! Oh. Huh? But Dia can handle them! Hey, Traveler!
Time to go.
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take... Hey, this is my job. The homie Yannis pay me, not you. Anyway, watch yourself.
So you got yourself some back...
That's close enough.
Feeling
Into the wind.
today.
As one with wind and cloud. One with nature.
Come on, coward! You won this one.
Into the wind.
I'll be back.
Close enough. Following orders. The wind knows me.
I'll take my leave. I'll be back.
Traveler, were you just taking your anger out on those guys? You and Nahida both. Dunyarzad wouldn't want to see you two like this. Oh, and speaking of her, Paimon just remembered something. Remember how during the first Sub-Zero's festival, before the Samsara started, we came here with Dunyarzad because she wanted to pick something up? She said it was because she had forgotten something. Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is staying somewhere around here. Yeah, even if it's only a tiny clue, it'll probably still help us more than this needle in a haystack search. This is the place. It's rude to enter other people's spaces without permission, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Hey, the windows are unlocked. Okay, Paimon's gonna take a peek inside. This was only a temporary residence, so there was pretty much nothing inside except this book on the table. Should we open it? Wow. Dunyarzad wrote all of this. Sounds like even though she was also busy preparing for the Sub-Zero's festival and had all her health problems to worry about, she must have wanted to give this to us as a gift on the day of... If we hadn't found this book, we never... But now that we know, we can't even thank her. Hey! Where are you off to now?
Boring.
It's Dunyarzad's puppet. Traveler? You must be exhausted. Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Dunyarzad feels like an eternity ago. Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled when she talked about Nilu's Dance of Sub-Zerus.
There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living...
That was what the real Dunyarzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean...
Yes, Traveler.
Oh, so she's still just a puppet. But what? Where are we going this time?
If you continue to resist, the Grand Sage has already granted you much.
Oh.
Traveler? You don't have to get involved.
Traveler?
Traveler? What the heck are you doing? Wait, they're not reacting. Have they been scared? Oh, of course. So they're just substitutes.
What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage? Like I said.
Yes. The Greater Lord brought forth new Patisaras.
That beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these flowers real Patisaras? Just like the ones from the legend?
But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after the...
Yeah. What's going on? Huh? You guys are Hey!
They disappeared! So Nilu's the host! What a surprise! Purple Patisaras don't exist in the real world anymore. But in Nilu's subconscious, they can appear as decorations on the stage. It's just like the example Nahida told us. People assume there will be food on a plate, and Nilu assumed there would be real Patisaras in the flower pots. So when you saw the flowers, but if we want to end the samsara, how should we make Nilu...
Am I dreaming?
Huh?
So I'm right. Is this Lesser Lord Kusanali responding to our celebration of the Sub-Zerus festival?
Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong. As far as you know, people in Sumer...
Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage? To prevent a calamity, he went...
Ooh, sounds familiar. Dunyarzad told us a story like that when we first arrived in Sumeru City. So it was about the first sage, huh?
Yep, but in the part you heard, he hadn't become the first sage yet. There's more to the story. His piety and wisdom were acknowledged by the... All kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage, as if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated. After who knows how long, he mastered... Afterward, he said to the Dendro Archon. The Dendro Archon smiled. The next second, his wife lying next to him said, "You're off to search for the Dendro Archon today, aren't you? Have a safe journey, my love." In the end, the first sage took care of many
So, the first sage was dreaming ever since the beginning of the story? He never went on his journey?
Yes, but his faith and determination were conveyed to the Dendro Archon, so she blessed him in the form of a dream.
Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a really interesting connection. But we really got...
I see. Well, It just so happens that today's Sub-Zero's festival is almost over, too. Since we're in a dream, let's make this final dance of Sub-Zero's as beautiful as we can. The wait is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the Dance of Sub-Zero's.
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilou's dance.
Traveler. Oh, Paimon feels like she's been asleep for the long... Paimon's head feels super heavy. Paimon thinks it was the Sub-Zero's festival. Have we finally escaped from the Sub-Zero samsara? Quick, take off your Akasha terminal. She's not in her room. What happened? Huh? What usual spot?
Well done, Traveler and Paimon. And thank you, Dunyarzad, for organizing the Sub-Zero's festival for me.
I'm sorry, who are...
Dunyarzad! You're okay! Oh, don't scare us like that!
Oh, Traveler Paimon. I just had a dream. And I saw Nilou performing the dance of Sub-Zero's.
It's a really long story. We shouldn't disturb her. Her consciousness is still weakened. Let's chat somewhere else.
Let's talk about Dunya's.
After we parted on the last day of the Subzerus Festival, among the countless dreams, once Dunyarzad could know such a small fragment of consciousness can't last for very long, though. It will return to its original dream, where both will gradually fade, and I used all the power I had to keep her dying dream alive as long as possible.
So it looks like we did manage to save Dunyarzad in the end.
Huh?
Both are fine. Everyone reacts differently.
Alright, you two must have a lot of other questions for me, right? After all, got it. To be honest.
Oh, and you don't go and get some sleep. What a relief.
Traveler? Paimon?
Maybe you were sleepwalking.
I see. Huh.
Need to end a few enemies?
Traveler, you've...
Wait, this sounds like another
It is as you say. The commission this...
Huh?
Not long ago, we were...
Contaminated? You mean...
I don't know about the Avidia 4... That's why I want to ask you to investigate the situation.
This is forest.
No time to lose.
This is where you've been, Tainari? That's...
Shh! Keep your voice down.
Tainari, everything's spinning. Am I going to die? And tell Suna that I'm sorry for breaking her. Tainari, I heard that.
What happened?
Okay, enough nonsense. You just have a small fever. Take your medication and rest. You'll be bouncing off the walls in no time.
Really? Then, can you keep the thing about the toy a secret for now?
No can do. You're a big kid now. Once you've recovered, go and apologize. Keeping secrets to yourself won't solve anything.
Oh.
Hey, let me ask you something. I recall that you're usually pretty healthy. How did you get this sick all of a sudden?
I don't know either. Mom's been telling me not to play in the forest. I just wanted to look inside. It's different from before. After I got out, I started feeling dizzy.
Could it be?
So that's how this whole mess happened. Anyway, go rest. No running around until I say so, got it? Traveler, Paimon, let's step out for now.
Mr. Forest Watcher, how is my son?
I gave him some antipyretics. Let him rest here for a while. I told him that he would feel better after some medicine and rest, but his symptoms resemble a fever, but something else is causing them. They seem more akin to a disruption in his psyche. Antipyretics won't be of much use.
What do we do? Mr. Forest Watcher, you have to help him.
If memory serves, a plant called Vasanti grass can help soothe the mind. A small number grow in arid deserts. They usually look like shriveled weeds, but can be revitalized with a splash of water. They're expensive and unable to grow in the Avidya forest's climate, so I don't have any on hand. I'll ask the caravans. Go find Kale, have her prepare medicinal tools and a set of traveling gear for me.
All right.
Contaminated region, huh? Is that why you two are also here?
Yep. Is it a new withering zone?
Doesn't seem like one. Whether you look at scale, internal conditions, or resultant effects, they're completely different. The only thing they have in common is that they aren't welcome. This nuisance.
We feel the same way.
All right. Let's contact the caravans first and purchase some Vasanti grass. We can also ask about the contaminated region. There's no time to waste. We have to move quickly. Let's go.
How many Rupeshra mushrooms do I need to sell before I can finally find a property in town?
Excuse me, I'd like to purchase some Vasanti grass.
I'm sorry, Mr. Forest Watcher, but we've been
Closed? Now that's odd. It's my first time hearing you say something like that.
It's a long story. Some of our goods were stolen recently. They were mechanical parts that we got from the academia. Although they're old model, our caravans had to pull together Mora to afford those parts. Now that they've been lost, all the merchants talked it over and we decided to raise the prices of our remaining inventory. Until this plan takes effect, none of us can privately sell anything.
I don't get it. If these goods are so important, then why not think of a way to get them back? Raising prices won't solve anything. At best, you're shoving the consequences of the robbery onto your customers.
Mr. Forest Watcher, it's not that we don't want to. It's just we asked around, and apparently the forest has been very unusual as of late. Anyone who goes in experiences mental anomalies. We can't keep waiting out here for the thief to come out.
So the bandit hid in the How many people were there in total? Were they not affected by the contaminated region?
That crook came from the contaminated region.
No people?
Even if I tell you, you might not believe me.
What the heck? The Avidia Forest has creatures like that?
To be honest, I'd rather not think about it. It moved. It came out of nowhere. Before we could react, it swiped our goods and ran away. We were all shocked. By the time we came to our senses, the thief was already long gone.
I see. If we help you retrieve your stolen goods, then business will return to normal?
Oh, but of course! Not only that, but you'll become one of our caravan's VIPs on all future purchases of any...
Enough. Tell me something that's actually useful. Any leads on that?
Maybe one. After our goods were stolen, we specifically got someone to assess the situation. If you're interested, you can go and talk to them.
All right. We'll go and have a word.
After the goods were stolen, it turns out that many other... However, the crab only... A caravan carrying a large amount of... Whatever the case, that...
That mechanical crab, 10 of us might not even be able... Didn't the academia ban... Our salaries even got slashed.
I heard from the caravan. We don't normally see it. Only shows up.
You haven't tried cap.
We have. However, it apparently once its stash grows.
How are things? Did you make it?
We learned of its behaviors, but much... Assuming normal operational status, If I were its owner, I'd command it to steal more valuable things. Or the more... But it only goes after mechanical components.
Right. It's really weird.
So, you all found a way to retrieve our goods?
Do you have any more mechanical parts with you?
Yes, I still have a small bag of samples. They weren't taken since... Oh.
Under constant external conditions, organisms rarely initiate changes in their habits. Here's what we know so far. It has a mechanical composition, it lives in the contaminated region, and it comes out to steal mechanical components. If we have said components, we can lure it out, capture it, and then make observations for further conclusions. Well, chatting like this won't get us anywhere. We're only wasting time.
You're right. We don't have any other options right now. This bag of samples is all yours, Mr. Forest Watcher. If you can get our goods back, the
We don't need anything in return, but I'll be keeping this bag. I may have other uses for it later. We'll also need to borrow a sumpter beast. Our act has to be convincing if we want the crab to fall for it.
Oh, yeah. No problem at all. If it means getting our things back, you can...
I'll have to decline that offer. Anyway, we'll use the mechanical components and sumpter beast to pose as a transiting caravan and lure out the crab. Once it appears, capture it. I leave the timing to you.
Don't worry, we're professionals.
No time to lose.
No time to lose.
Useless.
Looking at the trade routes and the contaminated region's current perimeter, the goods were likely stolen somewhere.
Then let's get to it. We'll definitely capture that criminal crab.
Okay. We'll start from here and have the Sumpter Beast with the components on board lead the way. This Sumpter Beast isn't familiar with us yet, so be calm and take your time with it.
The Sumpter Beast went ahead. Let's keep up with it. Huh? Why did it stop?
Looks like it's loafing around. Or maybe it's hungry.
All right, it's moving again. Did you hear something? Ah! Is that...
It looks strong. Be careful.
Tidal wave. Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
Into the wind.
Get out of my way.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
The wind knows me.
Let's light it up.
Clouds high. The birds call. Into the wind.
Just try to escape this time, you naughty caravan-robbing crab! Hey, playing dumb won't save you. Spill it! Why are you still...
It doesn't seem capable of comprehending complex questions. Keep an eye on it. I'll search around the area for the caravan's goods. I don't know why you're stealing mechanical parts. Stolen items must be returned to their rightful owners. Any objections? You came from the depths of the contaminated region, right? How about you help us with something? If you take us there, I'll give you some mechanical parts as a reward.
It reacted!
We can't be certain yet. Its excitement may be a simple programmed response upon seeing mechanical components.
Okay, so you want the crab to lead us into the contaminated region?
That's right. The contaminated region has a large and currently expanding... If we charge straight in, we'll get lost like headless pigeons. Also, our new friend here seems to be full of secrets. I've been studying this contaminated region recently, and I have a hypothesis of my own.
Paimon gets it now. Does this...
It doesn't have to. I gave it some components that it will definitely take back to the contaminated region. So long as it doesn't attack us, we can simply...
It seems to be really happy.
Listen to me. Wait for us here. No running off. We'll be back soon. If you're still here when we return, I'll give you another mechanical part as a reward. I'm not sure, but our priorities are to retrieve the mechanical components and to purchase Vasanti grass to make medicine with. We should return, but before we do, we need to set up a few traps. Can't have that crab escaping.
Oh! These are the mechanical parts that were stolen! You really got them back for us! Thank you all so very much. I don't know how I can repay you. Wait. Don't worry about the price. They're on that.
2 is enough.
No, that won't do.
No need. I've already received a reward from you.
Reward? You mean that bag of mechanical parts? They aren't worth much compared to this merchandise.
But those parts are very useful to me. Just like the Vasanti, I retrieved the things you needed, and you gave me what I needed in return. Oh, and before we go, just a reminder, the forest has an intricate and biodiverse ecosystem. Even if there were no mechanical crabs, other dangers are still present. Take caution.
Noted. Thank you all ever so much.
Let's return to the village. The earlier we can give the child medicine, the sooner he'll start feeling better.
No time to lose.
Oh! Hi there, Traveler and Paimon. Master, I prepared the pharmaceutical equipment. Do you need me to help grind the medicine?
No need. A precise dosage is required this time, so I'll do it myself.
Oh. Okay.
But once I'm done, you can deliver the medication to the child. He gets a little nervous when I'm around for too long. I don't think he finds me very approachable. I'll go prepare the medication. Traveler, give me a hand.
How is he? Doing any better? I feel like he's doing a lot better. That's wonderful. Oh yeah. He asked me to tell you that Suna came by earlier. And he told her Suna didn't get mad, so he wanted to thank you.
It's nothing. Did you prepare the traveling gear I asked you to?
Of course I did. Are you going somewhere far away?
Yes, we're going to the contaminated region. Judging by its size, we will likely have to stay overnight. I'm leaving everything to you while I'm gone.
Huh? But I can't even begin to compare to you.
Many things are learned by doing. And once they've been done, you'll realize they weren't as difficult as you deal with problems as you yourself see fit. You don't have to emulate me.
That's right! You'll do great, Kale. All right. Master, Traveler, Paimon,
We'll be all right. You'll understand the reason you put too much confidence in me. Let's return and...
How many Rubish bomb mushrooms do I have to sell?
Yep.
we're here. This should be... Huh? Did it secretly scuttle away?
The traps weren't triggered, so it should still be here. Odd. You honored our agreement and waited here until we returned. As such, I'll hold up my end and give you an... Glad you're satisfied. If you want more mechanical parts, take us deeper into the contaminated region. I want to see what happened there.
So this is the contaminated region that everyone's been talking about. Oh, it definitely looks... It's like... really...
Do you feel unwell at all? Good. It's as I predicted. Elemental power confers a degree of resistance against the contaminated...
How do you know that?
I haven't entered the contaminated region for a proper investigation, but I've conducted quite a few controlled experiments. My observations during our time here have all but confirmed my hypothesis. Look at these flowers. How are they different from normal? This flower species is formally known as the Sumeru rose, but it is also known as the ley line lodestar. They're sensitive to ley lines and emit varying amounts of light in response. Excessive brightness indicates a dangerous level of ley line activity in the surrounding area. From the looks of things, the ley lines around here are already out of control.
You're saying the contamination here is coming from ley lines?
I can't confirm that right now, but I think... Let's take another look around and see if we can discover more clues.
No time to lose.
You know, we haven't seen any animals this entire time. The birds used to chirp really loudly.
This contaminated region currently appears to have a critical efflux of ley line energy, which is some animals have keen awareness. They sensed something abnormal in this area and fled.
Leaky ley lines sure can cause a lot of damage, huh?
Like how plants have preferred growth conditions, we also graduate climate, temperature, humidity, intensity of ley line energies. When people live under fixed, this equilibrium is broken when if normal fluctuations in temperature occur, then our bodies automatically adjust. However,
then why are we okay?
I'm not sure why you are, but he and I are fine because our elemental capabilities allow us to adapt to this kind of change. Of course, it's not a good idea to spend too much time in areas with concentrated ley line energy. That's about it for the investigation.
No time to lose.
Environment, no wind. Setup complete. Excellent. Looks like it's working.
What's that?
A purification device that I made. It can absorb excess ley line energy and temporarily stabilize an area.
What a neat thing! Let's set up more and cover the entire region!
I wouldn't mind if that would actually work. Unfortunately, once this contamination is present, it isn't something that the purification devices have their limits. At best, if we want to permanently eradicate the contamination... That's right.
Huh? The mechanical crab is acting
Something's approaching. So that's it. Now that the... Get rid of them quickly. Don't let them get close.
Useless. Boring.
Whew. That's all of them. Hey! Where are you? Wait for us! Let's hurry and keep up. The mechanical crab went that way! Let's keep up!
Help! Help! Disappear! Here! Worthless! Worthless! Shut it!
Time to go. One with nature.
Huh? Everybody stand back!
The wind knows me.
Useless! Spare me!
Hey! Are you okay?
These injuries are superficial. Don't move, I'll patch you up.
Who are you all? What?
Don't worry, we took care of him.
Oh, good. That's, good. It's a monster! Hurry, attack it!
How do we explain this? Crab, it heard you shouting for help and brought us here to rescue you.
It's faking it. It has to be! Do you know what's inside the forest? It's all crawling with mechanical freaks! I just... I gotta get out of here. Ah, yes. Yeah. Be careful. These mechanical life forms are up to no good. It'd be... no wonder the Academia wanted to completely ban the existence of mechanical life forms. Those things should be annihilated!
Are you okay?
His inarticulate speech and bodily tremors indicate psyche disruption. He's been inside the contaminated region for too long. We've purified the ley line energy over there. Follow this path out and you'll soon see the village. At that point, someone will bring him to Kale for help. I already prepared medication that will return him to normal. So you think you did a good job and want a part as your reward?
It's so hard.
Alright, regardless of what you're thinking, you did some real good this time. That's why I'll give you another mechanical part. Need any help with it? Guess not. Well, make sure to hang on to it. What was going through your owner's mind when he made you? And also, how do you feel about that person saying that you're as evil as the other mechanical life forms?
Okay, it definitely doesn't understand you.
It seems like it possesses limited understanding only towards matters related to mechanical components. Help others to get parts. That's probably its thought process. It's getting late, so let's set up camp for the night. We'll explore further to... Hey, over here! Come on, you big lummox, raise your head and look up! Let's set up camp here.
Alright, Paimon also thinks it's a good spot.
Oh, any particular reason?
This place is perfect to put up a big tent. We can also set up a cooking pot and cook tons of delicious...
You're not wrong, but the primary reason for choosing this place is because its higher elevation keeps us away from the water vapor below. Rainforests are very wet. You should always be careful when spending the night in damp places. For the next tasks at hand, let's divide and conquer. I'll set up the tent, you'll be in charge of making the fire, and Paimon will forage for edibles nearby.
Leave it to Paimon. Paimon's a pro.
I'm not expecting that much. Just do what you can. That's right. You can use rushes to start a fire in the wilderness. Their piths are relatively dry and can be readily set aflame. The downside is that they produce a lot of smoke.
Traveler, Tainari? Paimon didn't know that rainforest had so many interesting plants until we came here. They were all sort of weird-looking mushrooms. Paimon also saw wild berries on the ground, and Paimon was gonna fly over and pick...
Those were probably dead leaf butterflies. They camouflage as dead leaves to evade predators. My guess is that they mistook you for a bird when you flew over, so they fled. Never mind. The tent's up, so you two go rest. I'll forage for food. Oh, you found some already. Sorry, no part this time. That task wasn't important enough. If every little thing resulted in a reward, then it might start to take advantage of the system. I'll note little things like this and give a cumulative reward at a later time. That is one reason.
It looks really sad.
After some further thought, it might come up with some I'm off to prepare dinner. We'll take shifts on lookout duty tonight. You two
We need lookout?
Yes. Even though most animals fled because of the ley lines, we can't... It's settled then. I'll set up some pest-repelling devices so poisonous insects don't... Have a good night. Not too good, though.
Paimon's getting sleepy. It's been a while since we camped outside like this. This is like when we just...
You're awake earlier than I expected. Did you sleep well? You have to maintain constant vigilance in dangerous places like this. Yawning all the time like that is no good. If you can't stay awake, it's okay. Go sleep some more. I'm not tired yet. Really? You don't need to push yourself. I'm used to staying up all night because many plant and animal species can only... Speaking of which, have you seen the crab? It was scampering around over there just now, but I don't know where it went. So you can tell. My suspicion is less towards a ley line effluence of this magnitude occurred without any warning. Someone probably disrupted the natural flow of the ley lines. Until we fully understand the situation, take extra caution. Topics related to mechanical life forms were popular in the Spontama for a time. Some of my juniors had also thrown themselves. They proposed an intriguing idea. Use our knowledge to create a new and practical life form that could help humanity conquer nature. However, no matter which modules or parts are installed, a machine is innately a construct that receives and executes in their pursuit to discover the differences between mechanical and biological life forms. Zealous, the irony is that the researchers... That's a difficult question. I'm interested in the topic of It's just my personal opinion. My ancestors and the Valuka Shuna of the desert coexisted together and supported one another. So to me, all life is important. To understand life, you must first respect it. Life is not an expendable commodity, and knowledge should not be wielded like a scepter. These are the points of contention I have with some researchers, and why by placing yourself above other life forms... Really? Well, I'm glad to hear it. Coffee? Did you prepare this for us? All right. Seeing that you're working so hard to help out, I'll give you another part. You're not planning on using it. Many of your own parts are critically... All right. Suit yourself. Oh, and thanks for the coffee, but I'm about to go to sleep. Leave it with him. The night watch is yours. Stay safe.
Sorry. Paimon slept through the entire... Really? You're not mad? Don't worry.
Good morning, Traveler and Paimon. Quick question. Me too. The farther in we...
Is there something we...
Extinguish our fire so we don't set the entire forest aflame. Also, retrieve the pest repellent...
Got it! Paimon will take care of the...
All right. Let's meet back here later.
You know... There are better ways to seek out our enemies than... well, standing here.
How do you put out a fire?
All right. It's about time to head out. As we go further in, we may encounter more berserk machines. The effects of the ley lines will also increase. If you're struggling, it would be wise to avoid conflict. Try to conserve as much energy as possible until we reach the source of the contaminant. As I thought, the closer we get to the contamination source, the more mechanical monsters that appear.
Let's light it up! Off we go!
fallen leaves, adorn my night, one with nature.
Let's light it up! Go in! This is just my...
Here! The wind knows me. Shouldn't let your guard down. Foreign! Evil conquering! Worthless! Here! Here! Prepare to die! Fool! Worthless! One with nature! But never again!
Upon closer inspection, the plant's ley line energies are also stronger. Ready yourselves. We're going...
The campaign begins.
Huh? Huh? Huh.
There's a ton of mechanical monsters here. They made this place their lair.
Looks like there's no way to sneak by. Let's take care of them quickly.
Illusion shattered!
Everybody stand back!
You're mine!
Adventure time!
Let's nip that in the bud. Can't see?
Useless!
Shine down! Torn to oblivion!
this?
Leyline energy is spilling out from here. This device, it's extracting energy from... Who in the world would do this without considering the consequences? The ley lines won't be able to repair themselves if they're...
It's terrible! We have to stop it! Let Paimon see. Paimon doesn't see controls anywhere!
Standing here is equivalent to being directly showered in leyline energy, which may cause irreversible damage to your body. Take Paimon and get out of here. I'll see if I can find a way to turn this thing off.
But you're also vulnerable to the ley lines, right? We're staying. We can't leave you here by yourself.
Then let's look for it together. If there is no control unit here, then there...
You know where it is? Hey, wait for us! What's this? It'll only show up if you step on it?
Be careful, and watch your step.
Look! Someone's here! Are you the one that's taking the ley line's energy? Turn up! Why aren't you saying anything?
His body is cold. It's emaciated, and his eyes are sunken. Likely from chronic... Almost forgot about you. Here, this is the last one.
What is it doing?
I'm not sure. Judging by this room's layout, this place was a laboratory. We should find a repository of research documents if we keep... The file room will definitely give us some clues, so let's go take a look. Maybe we can piece together what happened here. This place is a natural hiding spot with how hidden it is.
Did you two find anything?
There are a lot of lab notes, but it would take way too long to read through them all.
Tape?
Yes, the Spontama created a device that visually... However, these devices are expensive to make and aren't entirely...
Come on, let's...
Hold on, let me figure out how to play the tape. It goes in there... Ah, okay, this should...
Kakata? Kakata? Seriously, I look away for 1 second and you're gone? Look here. This is our new home. And fossils at the Academia. Oh? You're also quite happy. Kakata, do you know what we're about to do? Listen up, Kakata. I'm going to make a mechanical life form that can be mass-produced. The technology... I'll use mechanical organs, and electric currents will course through them like blood. A steel-cast heart that will beat forever. Inspiration from the ruins, and the research that the... When you can understand our language and live among us, you will no longer be a boring machine. It's fine. You will...
Karkata is the mechanical crab, right? And that researcher named Abatui said he wanted to prove something to the Academia?
I remember now. I had a junior...
Junior researcher?
Yeah? What's wrong?
Nothing. Paimon was just wondering...
He is, but academic progression isn't tied to age. I finished my...
Oh!
Of course, age can be an issue. For a while, people always dragged me into pictures. I felt like some kind... that... The pipes continue further. Let's head in.
Look! Paimon found another tape! A date is written on it.
That's quite the time gap. I wonder what happened in between.
It's rare that you malfunction because of an operational. Seems that making coffee is still somewhat difficult for you. All right, there you... Water entered the Keela and caused it to short circuit, so it couldn't receive signals from the game. Look at me, talking to you like this. You can't understand me anyway, can you? Try moving around. Everything in working order? Be more careful next time. I'm glad. Aren't the bunch at the Academia always saying things like, "Too bad it was just a dream"? Never mind. I should probably be worrying about next month's power.
After Abatui left the Academia, everyone lost contact with him. I thought he was so despondent that he gave up on researching mechanical life forms.
Paimon doesn't feel like he's a bad person.
Let's keep looking around. Following the serial numbers, the writing is sloppy. Perhaps there's also an undated tape in the wrong spot. Doesn't seem like Abatui put it there.
Maybe Karkata helped him with sorting.
It's hard to say. These are the last two tapes.
Sorry, Karkata. I was just thinking about something. In my recent experiments, when you're low on power, that is a very dangerous thing. I've officially activated the third conducting research on mechanical life form. I'm also getting tired, Karkata. They say that even if it simulates the operation of a living creature's organs, a machine is still an ice-cold tool. I want to prove them wrong. I want to turn you into a living, breathing, and talking being. I'm not talking about anything cheerful, Karkata. Modules for language, emotion, and movement. I've been working my absolute hardest to augment and refine your functionalities, but I've never seen an effective response. You are my finest success, but even you can't understand me. All you can do... Karkata, I wish you could speak to me, even just... Yes, you cannot understand me, so you can't... It is what it is. In a few days, I'll say... This is new. If I place another... Of course my heart decides to act up now. Strange. Oh no, I have to shut down the extractor. Shut it off. If we let them recharge indefinitely, they'll... Right. I never input a command to shut down the extractor, so you don't understand what I'm... In the end, it's just like the Academia said. Mechanical life forms only bring danger. I'm sorry, Karkata. In the end, I still wasn't able to turn you into a...
I see. So the ley line effluence was an accident. After Abatui's unexpected death, the mechanical monsters were driven by their instincts and continuously drew out power from the ley line extractor.
Paimon understands. Then Why didn't Karkata go haywire like the other machines?
Because Karkata is different from the other machines. Structures similar to living organisms, the ability to cry and laugh, and capacity for independent thought. To Abatui, only a machine. Perhaps only by building such a machine could he have the academia acknowledge his protracted research. But if he had slowed down and saw Karkata as a friend instead of an experimental product, he would have noticed. Karkata can't speak. And yet it cares about Abatui far more. But before that, we have a more urgent task at hand. First, let's find the control unit for the ley line extractor and shut it down. One with the forest! Keep more of this transparent flooring. It feels like a maze. If you press a leaf between dry sheets of paper, you can make an attractive and handy bookmark. Below us is the final room. The control unit is likely in there.
The way ends here. Wanna try jumping down?
You can run, but you can't hide. Disappear! Worthless!
Here! Prepare to die! Fool! Worthless! Here! Foreign!
I'm going in!
No time to lose.
Enshroud! Ha! Keep up!
Useless! Boring!
Illusion shattered! Ha! Ha! Inazuma shines eternal! Ha! Shine down! Let's light it up! Adventure time! Everybody stand back!
Lament! Here! Worthless! Here! Here!
This should be the control unit. Once we turn it off, the ley line extractor should also shut down. Without an external force damaging... Oh, but I... Ha! Keep up.
So, Karkata has been collecting parts because it thinks doing so will fix its owner?
Karkata is unable to understand the concept of death. However, it probably remembers when Abatui replaced its parts when it malfunctioned. And it's true that Karkata isn't able to think or understand many topics.
So that's why it kept stealing mechanical parts. But...
Yes, but the important thing is that it formed the thought of wanting to repair. No one knows how this thought came to be. But if it really is as we've...
Karkata? Karkata, can you hear Paimon? Tainari says you're awesome!
It reached its limit. It hasn't recharged this entire time, nor has it replaced its severely damaged parts. It's a miracle that it managed to hang on for so long. I'm going to confirm that the ley line extractor has shut down. Come with me. Let them be alone for a while. The ley line extractor has ceased operations. Traces of ley line energy are still in the atmosphere, but the effluence's source has been stopped. Moving on, those affected by the ley line, according to the Academia's policies, research materials related to mechanical life forms will be destroyed.
What the heck?
You two should return first. I'll take care of things here. Although we've stopped the source of the effluence, the ley line energy in the air exceeds normal values. Your body... Listen, the Traveler hasn't rested very well, right? Also, it'll take some time to pack up all the research documents. You're not familiar with this research after all. So tell the Adventurers Guild that... Oh, and don't talk about Abatui. The fewer that know about mechanical life form research, the better.
All right. Then let's go back to Catherine.
This place is pretty dead. By which I mean, there's nothing to kill. No time to lose. No time to lose.
Anyway, so the contaminated region turned out to be
I see. Thank you for your hard work. Once the excess ley line energy dissipates from the air, we should be able to make an announcement for residents to resume their normal activities. This is the stipulated reward.
Is Karkata going to be sent back to the Academia? It's already damaged, but Paimon feels sad thinking about it getting disassembled. Oh, then how about we find Tainari tomorrow and ask him not to do that? Paimon really wants to go right now, but Tainari said that we would discuss matters tomorrow. Alright then, we'll find Tainari tomorrow and tell him not to disassemble Karkata. How are you feeling? Sleep well? We should go find Tainari. How do you think we should act?
Keep your voice down. The lilac daphne, a daphne of the genus Thameliaceae, has a strong anticonvulsant effect, can be made into an anesthetic powder. Extrapolating from these two datasets, it would be particularly potent against Piscine species. Hey, make sure you're getting all this down. I told you all to keep your voices low. Plants aren't afraid of noise, but your shouting is making my ears ring.
You didn't disassemble Karkata?
Why would I do that?
But Paimon thought you said, according to the Academia's policies.
So that's why you two barged in like barbarians at this hour. Fine, I suppose I wasn't clear enough about this yesterday. What I meant was, according to the Academia's policies, all products of research must be destroyed. That's why we can't let the Academia discover that place. Anyway, the first thing I did was repair Karkata. During my time at the Academia, I took an elective course at the Spantama. Who knew it would prove useful one day? We then buried Abatui together. After organizing the research materials, I kept some as a souvenir. Most of it, I'm not with the Academia. So what do their policies have to do with me? On the other hand, I am the Forest Watcher of the Avidya Forest. I have a duty to protect all life in the forest. All life brought forth in this world has meaning, and Karkata is no exception. If it exists, then it shouldn't be carelessly abandoned or destroyed.
That's great! Wait, you just said life form. You recognize Karkata as a true living being now?
The possibility exists, is all. It's hard to explain Karkata's efforts to repair Abatui. Abatui only left behind a small portion of his research. Maybe a conflict between all those commands resulted in this sort of behavior. From a more rigorous perspective, it is impossible to conclude that Karkata is a real life form. But the possibility exists. I am willing to... By the way, I'm not interested, but as things stand now, it wouldn't be a bad idea. What do you think? When people at the I have zero interest in group photos. After coming back yesterday, I looked through them.
No time to lose.